Various winter vegetables. During the frigid winter months, many veggies grow. Here are all of the vegetables that are now in season. These aromatics papery skins allow the fragrant bulbs to tolerate long storage times. They are especially useful in the winter, when they can be roasted or caramelized to make delicious pizza garnishes, bread toppings, and quesadilla fillings. Selection: examine everything to ensure that it is dry and free of mold. Squeeze them firmly to ensure there are no soft patches. Avoid any that are soft or have sprouted. Storage: never store onions, shallots, or garlic in the refrigerator, where moisture can cause them to soften and mold. Instead, keep them at room temperature in a bowl or basket. Keep them separate from the potatoes as well. Both veggies emit moisture into the air, which can lead to spoilage. Avocados. The majority of avocados sold in the US and Canada are imported from Mexico, where the peak producing season lasts from November to February. This is the time of year when dark-skinned avocados are at their creamiest, and prices for the prized product fall. They're delicious in wraps, salads, and, of course, dips. Selection: look for avocados that have a little give when gently squeezed and feel soft near the stem end to find ripe avocados in the pile. Another sign of ripeness: the stem of a ripe avocado will readily come off and the flesh beneath will be a vivid green. Avocados with sagging skin, dark stains, or dents should be avoided. Storage: allow underripe avocados to mature at room temperature before storing ripe avocados in the fridge for up to a week. To prevent browning, put chopped avocados cut side down on a dish or wrap in plastic wrap. Beets. These cool weather lovers can resist light frosts and are picked in milder locations throughout the winter. They're fantastic for roasting and may be grated for salads and sandwiches just like carrots. More information can be found in our comprehensive beetroot guide. Selection: choose small to medium-sized beets that are solid and have no wrinkling. Bright, brilliant greens are a common bonus. They can be used like Swiss chard or spinach and a clue that the beets were gathered recently. Smaller beets, such as those smaller than a large radish, are difficult to peel. Remove any greens immediately and place beets in a permeable paper bag in the refrigerator until ready to use. Trimmed beets stored in a cool, dry place will stay fresh and firm for several weeks. Bok choy, also known as Chinese cabbage, comes in a variety of sizes, ranging from baby bouquets to lettuce-size heads. Its mild flavor and rapid cooking time make it a favorite in stir-fries, but it's also great grilled, steamed, or in an Asian-style noodle soup. Selection: choose bok choy in the same manner you would a head of lettuce. Examine the leaves for fullness, firmness, and unblemishedness, as well as no evidence of wetness or browning near the stem. Storage: bok choy can be stored in the refrigerator's crisper drawer for up to 5 days. To avoid moisture buildup, remove any plastic wrapping before storing. Broccoli, like other cruciferous veggies that are so widely accessible that they appear seasonless, kale, thrives best in chilly temperatures, which keep the stalks soft and delicious and prevent bolting and flowering. Broccoli goes well with creamy pasta dishes and creates a tasty pureed soup. Here are a few of our favorite vegan broccoli dishes. Selection: choose broccoli heads with sturdy, hard stems, tight florets, and no yellowing. The cut end of the stem should not be dried. Storage: whole broccoli heads should be refrigerated immediately and used within 3 to 5 days. Alternatively, chop the heads into florets and store in a paper towel-lined container for up to 3 days. RABE or broccolini broccoli. The bitter flavor of these long-stemmed broccoli cousins complements meaty fall and winter recipes. Try broccoli rabe and broccolini in place of bitter leafy greens like kale and collards, in addition to using them as a broccoli substitute. Broccoli rabe is more pungent and bitter than broccolini and cooks for 1 or 2 minutes longer. Selection: look for long, sturdy stems with dark green flowers that are not fading. Storage: remove any plastic packing and store in a paper or mesh bag or a covered container in the refrigerator for up to 7 days. Brussels sprouts used to be a fall and winter delicacy. Brussels sprouts are now available all year. The trick to keeping them wonderful and converting Brussels sprout skeptics is not to overcook them, which brings out their cabbage-y flavor. Roasting is an excellent method for accomplishing this, and roasted Brussels sprouts can even be used as a pizza topping. Serve them with a delectable sauce, such as our maple mustard sauced Brussels sprouts or creamy Brussels sprouts with sun-dried tomatoes. Selection Brussels sprouts can be purchased loose, bagged, or still on the stalk. Choose sprouts that are equal in size, for even cooking, and have tight heads of leaves. When purchasing pre-bagged Brussels sprouts, look for packages with gathered moisture inside, which indicates they've been sitting on the shelf for a while. Storage: refrigerate in a dish or closed container for 3 to 5 days after removing from packing or cutting off the stem. Cabbage. All cabbage kinds, red, white, Napa, and Savoy, are cool weather vegetables that taste sweeter when the temperature drops. The versatile vegetable enhances the flavor and texture of slaws, salads, soups, and stews. Try quick pickling it to add flavor to a Buddha bowl or roasting cabbage wedges with potatoes for a substantial winter dish. Selection: look for sturdy cabbage heads with no droopy or missing leaves, as these indicate an older produce. Give it a quick whiff as well. A sulfurous, cabbage white odor indicates that the head has been in cold storage for some time and may taste harsh or bitter. Storage: a full cabbage will stay in the fridge or in a cold, dry place, like a garage in the winter, for 2 to 3 weeks. Refrigerate cut cabbage for up to 3 days in a bag or wrapped in plastic wrap. Use shredded cabbage within a day or 2 for the greatest color and flavor. Cauliflower. Snowy white cauliflower can be roasted whole, sliced into steaks, separated into florets and used in a number of recipes, or finely diced to make cauliflower rice. Cauliflower, like other cruciferous vegetables, is tastiest and tenderest when the temperature is chilly. Cauliflower has a high ingredient IQ. Selection: pick heads that are uniformly white, with tight florets and no signs of browning. The outer leaves are beneficial because they keep the cauliflower fresher for longer. Storage: remove any plastic packing to avoid moisture buildup and browning, then store full heads in the fridge in a paper or mesh bag, or loosely wrapped in a kitchen towel. The heads can also be chopped into florets and stored in airtight containers for 3 to 5 days. Celeriac, also known as celery root. When you peel away the thick outer covering of a knob of celeriac, also known as celery root, you'll find whitish meat that's hard like a turnip and has a celery-like flavor. It's great in soups and stews, pureed like cauliflower to form a creamy sauce, or grated like carrots for salads. Selection: choose grapefruit-sized roots that are heavy and have few knobs or roots sticking out. After the thick peel has been removed, a smoother exterior means less waste. Storage: celeriac will keep for 2 to 3 weeks in the refrigerator's crisper drawer or any cool, dark spot. Store in a paper bag to keep grit from contaminating the storage space. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes develop and mature over the warm summer days before being harvested before the first frost of the autumn. Their incredible flavor and adaptability make them a favorite item at Forks Over Knives, and we have plenty of ideas to use them in. Selection: choose firm sweet potatoes with smooth, equally colored skin. When you come across heritage, purple, or white sweet potato varieties, try them out. Storage: sweet potatoes should be stored in a dark, dry, well-ventilated area with other potatoes. Fennel. After the pale white bulbs have fully developed, the root vegetable with a subtle anise flavor is harvested in late autumn and early winter. Selection: choose fennel that is white or pale green in color, with no cracks or browning. Choose medium-sized bulbs with cut stems because the stems are too fibrous to cook with. Storage: fennel can be stored in the crisper drawer of the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks in a paper or plastic bag. The fronds may wilt, which is fine. Wrap sliced fennel in plastic wrap to keep it from browning. Fennel can be frozen uncooked and used in soups and stews.